Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Past midfield. Spinning his way. Pass the 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play. 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Wildcard weekend continues with the Eagles taking on the 49ers. First 3 games of the weekend have been pretty damn good, all coming down to the final minute of game. See if this one continues that trend. The Eagles are pretty big favorites in this one. I'm kind of surprised by that with how these teams have played the final month or so of the season. But we shall see. The 49ers on the road to get Trent Williams for this game is a massive addition for that team. They're a lot better with Trent Williams in than out. They are going to be without Ricky Pearsall. That's going to be a tough blow for this 49ers offense, but still have to be feeling somewhat good about them. The Eagles are one of those teams where you never really know what to expect from them any given week. But when they're on their game, they're a tough team to beat, but they haven't really been on their game consistently most of the time this season. That's where this game is probably going to lean a little bit closer to the 49ers. But if the Eagles can give a full 60, it should be a pretty good game. So we will see. My playoff bracket got busted with that game that just wrapped up. The Jaguars, man, they had the chance. They had the chance late, but just could not get out of their own way. We will see. We will see. But welcome on in. Kickoff is moments away in this. Kickoff is moments away. We shall wait and see. The NFC divisional round will be fully set after the outcome of this game. The Seahawks will either be hosting the Rams or the 49ers if the 49ers win this one. Or the Bears will be hosting either the Eagles or the Rams. If the Eagles win, they will go to Chicago. Rams will go to Seattle. Either way, we're set up for a pretty solid divisional round. As we're going to be getting a rubber match in the NFC West between Seattle and either the Rams or the 49ers. And if not, and if somehow if the Eagles do win this, we get a rematch of the Black Friday game between the Bears and Eagles, which that should be interesting. Yeah, I know how it feels with the Bills. They always, it feels like they always find a way to pull off some magic late. I don't get it. No, Jacksonville is set up a lot better than they were the last time they lost and were one and done. I think they're still going to be a pretty competitive team next year if they can just build. Because they're going to be getting Travis Hunter back, so that's going to help their receiver room. They have a good running back room. Maybe you want to get a little bit of a better running back too, but I think Tuden played well most of the season. He played well in that playoff game. You need the defense to play a little bit better. You need to be able to get a little bit more pressure. I mean, so maybe the linebacker unit is where you look to improve the most with. Maybe the offensive line, but I think Jacksonville's going to be just fine. I'm not too worried about them for next year. Obviously, with how massive of a leap they took, there's going to be some hesitation, but I still think they're still going to be probably fighting for the playoff spot again next year. A team I'm a little more worried about is Buffalo. It's they won and they're set up now to try and go on a run, but by winning that game, they're gonna be like they're gonna be overly confident in that team that they have there, and they just don't have a roster that feels like it's enough. Yeah. At this point, that's kind of what I'm hoping for as well. Is for the Bills to lose their 5th Super Bowl. As long as the AFC Championship game is not Patriots Bills, I'm fine. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be the most losses any team has had in the Super Bowl. But again, I kind of doubt that's the case. So waiting for kickoff now. It would be really funny. We will see. Kickoff moments away. Yeah, last year's Eagles team was really damn good. This year's Eagles team can have a tough road ahead of them. Still just can't wait to get the kickoff. Man, I hate how some of these things handle it. Still waiting for the opening kick. Nice. Yeah, I got a Diet Pepsi now that I saved from earlier. So that should help leading up into the final 2 games of this. And again. Yeah. I was also managing to get like a quick bit of food. Nice. Yeah, that game was something. Much like the Rams and Panthers game. It was a first half that didn't lead too much, but then the second half kind of carried it the rest of the way. Hopefully this game is also like a more complete game, but we'll see. Kickoff moments away. That's the tabby. All right. Daytona 500 commercial. There we go. Never understand why they take so long for these kickoffs sometimes. Especially compared to the regular season when they were more punctual with these. Oh well. Alright. Are they just now doing the coin toss? Oh, that's why they were having issues with it. The wind. The wind was blowing the flag they had out there for the national anthem crazy. Okay, that explains it more. I mean, so how windy is it in Philly right now? If it was that bad. NFC playoff games just cannot get good weather, huh? $16-mile-per-hour winds. That's about what it was at in Chicago last night. All right. Seemingly, the Eagles will be getting the ball first in this one. All right, still doing some sideline reporting here. All good. And there's Trent Williams on the sideline. Again, a big addition for this 49ers offense. They perform a lot better when he's on the field. Seeing how the NFL teams handle like the pregame for a playoff game comparing to how the NHL is just an insane difference. Part of it is you can't really do like the on the field light shows that the NHL does, but still. All right, yeah, the 49ers will be getting the ball first in this one. So we'll see Brock Purdy in this offense first, as they're going to be the ones to set the tone. So Jake Elliott on to send this one down. Brandon Mann has to hold the kickoff here due to the wind. All right. So the final NFC wildcard game from Philly is up and away. Kickoff going to be returned beginning. Kickoff return beginning from the 5. Space out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Brock Purdy and his Niners offense will start from there. All right, what you got? Yeah, they had a rough showing last week against Seattle. Before that game, they did not punt for like a month straight. So their offense was riding hot. Can they pick that pace back up? Purdy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Hennon in motion right to left. Ball on their own 24, first play of the game. Man in motion right to left as they toss this left side for Christian McCaffrey. And he's not going to find a lane. It's a loss of about 2. All right. So Purdy in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again. Has some time, pass over the middle, is caught with space. Past the 45, past the 50. It's a foot race for the end zone. Past the 30, past the 25, still going to 20. And finally brought down near the 15. That's one way to start this game off hot. It's I believe that's DeMarcus Robinson on the reception. And he goes about 50, damn near 60 yards. So now Purdy going to hand this off up the middle for Christian McCaffrey. He gets about a yard. Yeah, it was DeMarcus Robinson for 61 on the second play of the game. Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Dur. Let's see if the 49ers can pull it off. That's a great way to start things out. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right, 2nd and 10, looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle, is caught to the 4-yard line. Christian McCaffrey going up and skying that one over Quinyon. I'm blanking on Quinyon Mitchell, right? Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell. Somehow McCaffrey comes down with it. That is not a pass that a running back should be able to catch, but McCaffrey does it just fine. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, 1st and goal from roughly the 5. There's the give to McCaffrey once again up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. Here of the Rams, yeah. Yeah. I'm more worried about the Eagles' offense in this one and if they can be able to match what the 49ers do. Purdy under center, back behind him, a 2nd goal from roughly the 2. Man in motion right to left, gonna fake a toss right and pass over the middle. Wide open, DeMarcus Robinson. The 49ers strike first on a great opening drive that's capitalized with a 61-yard reception. And DeMarcus Robinson caps it off with the 2-yard touchdown. Quinyon Mitchell is in a rough spot through one drive. Getting mossed by CMC, giving up that touchdown there. Great start for San Francisco. Oh yeah, he's more than just a running back. He is the true definition of a gadget player. But it's still just insanely impressive, the stuff he's able to do out the backfield. Extra points up and good. Pressure is on for Philly. And there's Vic Fangio in the booth, not being happy with it. We head to a commercial break. I think CMC is their emergency quarterback because I think he played a bit of quarterback in high school. Like, he legit can do it all. It's crazy. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah. Like the 49ers offense was just playing so at such a high level entering that game against Seattle last week. You had to expect them to at least be more you had to expect the game against Seattle to be more so an outlier than an actual sign of how they're playing the playoffs. So that's why I was like, okay, can the Eagles offense match what the 49ers offense can do? And we're about to find out because that was a quick drive. Also, again, getting Trent Williams back helps that offense a lot. So at commercial break. Exactly. Like, divisional games are always going to be a little bit weird like that. Hey, this is the perfect time to have UFL commercials. Which the schedule is going to be unveiled on the 22nd, as there's figuring out rosters right now. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the UFL season. I didn't even notice the fake jet sweep. And that really messed up that linebacker unit. All right, so the 49ers now set to send this one away. And we'll see what the Eagles offense can do on their first drive. There's the kick, going to be returned beginning from the 6-yard line. Up past the 25, past the 30, past the 35, and down to the 37. Solid return there, and out comes Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense. Jalen Hurts is undefeated at home in the postseason through his career, but those type of records are meant to be broken, just like how the Bills just broke their losing streak. All right, Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 37. Making some adjustments at the line. Hurts going to hand this off to Barkley up the middle for a gain of a yard, maybe 2. Yeah. I also saw that Minnesota security was not allowing fan created signs into the arena, which is just weird. Kevin Petula is hard to judge for right now. This is the first type of action we're seeing from the offense. And there's 2 straight handoffs to Saquon. He has space on the right side, past the 40, 35, and finally out of bounds to the 32. If they're going to keep giving it to Saquon Barkley, they're going to have a fine day, it seems. And he did a good job setting the edge along the right side, and he has space to work. So the Eagles are past midfield for the first time today. Yeah, for the PWHL. Yeah. Which, like, under certain circumstances, I could understand. And I do understand, like, why they did it today, but it's still kind of weird. Because I think it's less of a PWHL thing and more just the city of Minnesota did not want to take any chances with that kind of stuff today. Hurts and shotgun back to his right to receive an options to each side. Ball now on the 49er 32. Gonna hand this off to Saquon once again up the middle. It gets inside the 30 to the 28. 3 straight carries for Saquon Barkley to start this game off. That's exactly what you want to see. Well, it's just after the stuff that's happened the past week or so in Minnesota, they don't want to take any chances of people bringing in they don't want to take any like weird risk and chances with stuff. So it's gonna not allow anything. I get it, but like, still. Hurts looking to throw in 2nd and 5. Pass right side can be caught by AJ Brown inside the 20 to about the 17. So the Eagles are in the red zone for the first time, moving the ball well on this drive. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the 49ers 17 to give this, not going to keep it himself right side, trying to find something. And that's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4 to dump off to Dallas Goedert. Okay. Well, I'm not talking about like stuff that's going to be said to the players, just in general with the situation in Minnesota. They didn't want to take any chances with that. Because it's tough in Minnesota right now. The past week or so has been a ton of crazy stuff. Hurts shovel pass forward for Devontae Smith, gonna get about 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah. I understand how crazy sports fans can be. You go to enough games and you see enough shit. You kind of you get a little bit numb to it all, but yeah. Hurts in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, a back to his right on 3rd and 3 from the 10. The give to Saquon Barkley up the middle, gonna bounce it out left side and cut back in to get the first, a gain of 4. All right, 8 minutes to play in the first. First and goal from the 7. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off in time as they toss it right side for Saquon Barkley. Has space inside the 5 and down to the 4. It's 7:20 to play, still going. Yeah, no. The people who directly target the players for mistakes like that, I can never understand. I get being passionate about your team, but come on. It's just simply leave the off the field stuff out of it. Like if you want to just like shit talking for missing the kick, then do that. But like don't bring in family or other stuff with it. Handoff up the middle for Saquon Barkley, going to get down to the 1. So 3rd and goal. Hurts under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Jet sweep left side for Dallas Goedert, and he is in. The Eagles respond nicely with on their opening drive. This game's an extra point away from being tied. Are we gonna have a shootout in Philly right now? This game's looking good. Yeah, it's again, I get being passionate, but it's understanding the level you need to take things at. Because it's also funny because like 2 days later, when John Harbaugh gets fired, you see Ravens fans now all of a sudden thanking Tyler Loop. Extra point is up and it's doinked. No good. He doinked it off the left upright. The 49ers still lead by 1. All right, so 6:16 to play. And we're at a commercial break. All right. It's still a good start so far from the offenses. It's a running joke in my family and has been for as long as I can remember. Because my dad's also like that, where he just sneezes an insane amount of times every time he sneezes. So like after like the second or the third one, we'll just start counting. Like we'd rather start counting like out loud or just with our fingers. And then when he's done, we'll be like, "Damn, new record." And we're at commercial break. "13 is crazy." He hasn't gotten that far. He typically sits around like 5 or 6. But yeah, that's 13 is at commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break. I got a good spin on that kick a little bit. Probably just the wind. Yeah, because that got hooked left. All right. Jake Elliott sent to send this one away. Jake Elliott has missed 6 extra points in the postseason, tying an all-time record. Oh my. that's that's one, it's kind of crazy that 6 is the all-time record. 2, it's even crazier because I'm pretty sure that kicker that they just showed, who has the record, kicked well before they moved the extra point back. Now kickoff underway, going to be returning beginning from the 5. Face out past the 20 to about the 25. All right, how would this next 49ers drive go? All right, 1st and 10. Purdy under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, ball on their own 26. First play of the drive is a toss right side for Christian McCaffrey, who's going to find his way to get to about the 30 in a 4. Oh yeah. And I haven't really like nothing like new that's come out recently has really like enticed me music wise. I'm just waiting for other stuff. Purdy pass right side gonna be incomplete. Looking for George Kittle. Quinion Mitchell in coverage, and that's good coverage right there. It's a 3rd and 6. I might need to look into it then. Again, I don't have like a specific genre that I care for music. I just as long as it has a good rhythm to it, I'm fine with it. Purdy looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Pass left side gonna be caught, but that's not enough for the first. Only got about 4 is Demarcus Robinson on the reception. So the Eagles defense stands tall. And the 49ers go 3 and out. All right. So out comes Thomas Morstead to send this one away. Okay. Punt comes off clean. Gonna bounce out of bounds to the 32. And we're at commercial break. They did a cover of the song? Okay. Alright, still at commercial break. D Fox, if you recommend Will Wood. I you can't get shit past me. we've been over that too much. If I truly have nothing I want to listen to, then sure. But on my drive back up, I was going back through a few albums that came out a year or so ago at this point, and I found some more songs through them that I ended up liking. So I've just been going through them again. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. It's just I have no interest in diving into that right now. And just coming back from commercial break, they're showing highlights from last year's Eagles Super Bowl run. And there's 5:01 to play in the first. It's 1st and 10. The Eagles at home in the playoffs are a damn good team. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Hand off up the middle for Saquon Barkley is going to get maybe a yard. Yeah. Yeah, I still have a whole other album backlog that I have to go through still that I just have not felt like going through. There's still a ton on here that I haven't touched yet. I do think I know which one's going to be next though. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, play action. Look, now going to hand this off left side for Saquon Barkley, and that's a gain of 2. So a 3rd and 7 coming up for Philly. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 7. Hurts going to look to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is caught to the 44. Is that Amari Cooper on the reception? No, I think I've had the same thought before. No, it's Darius Cooper. Did Amari Cooper sign anywhere? I gotta figure that out before he catch another pass. Because Philly has had some old receivers before. Like Julio Jones was on that team a few years ago. Hurts play action, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has time, pass left side, caught by A.J. Brown for a gain of 8. Where did he sign? Did he sign anywhere this offseason? I don't think so. Yeah, no, okay. Again, I would not put it past Philly to sign him. Second and 2 coming up. Yeah, I saw that. The QB Agami. Hurts under center, back behind him, gonna play action and look to throw in 2nd and 2. Has some time, deep shot, left side. It's gonna be overthrown and incomplete. Dallas Goedert, the nearest Eagle, but Hurts misses him by about 10 yards. There was one song that like the first time listening to it also had me tearing up. It was Compass by Sail North. A lot of their songs are like, pretty like basic sea shanty-esque, but that one for some reason, man, it was. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Also someone to his left in the backfield. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and that's stuffed at the line for no gain. And now the Eagles will have a choice. It's a 4th and 2. It's a 4th and about 2. What do they pull out here? A minute 50 to go in the first. The offense is on the field as they're just past midfield to the 49er 48. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They have not converted on 4th down in 9 games. Hurts looking to throw. Pass left side is incomplete. Looking for Devonta Smith. And great coverage knocks it loose. It's Upton Stout on the pass breakup, and the Eagles turn it over on downs right before the end of the first quarter. That could have been picked. He jumped that route perfectly. That probably should have been picked. And if it was, it's a pick 6. Now, with a minute and a half to go in the first, we head to a commercial break. I mean, I get like being upset with them because they had that they could have won that game. But like it's at this point now, like they surpassed expectations this year. Like it's still a good season. Obviously, you want to get that playoff win, but it's a good building point for a first time head coach to have the season that they just had and be in the spot they were in. I think Hayden's a bit too much, but oh well. What can you really do about it? Yeah. I mean, their fan base is it's just like most fan bases. They have their bad batches with them, and they're just really passionate. But like, like the majority of their fans are nice. I was at that preseason game a few years ago when Miami was there, and I mean they were all chill. But again, every fan base has those bunch that's just like, come on. Yeah, but again, they also weren't really playing anyone over that stretch either. So so there's that side of it. I mean, this was their first playoff appearance in about 3 years. So yeah, they're still relatively new. Haven't got a lot of action, but I mean, it's not like this is a team that has not won a playoff game. Trevor Lawrence has a playoff win under his belt. Oh yeah, you definitely run it back, and you just try to build off of it. There's no need to not run it back. All right, Purdy and shotgun back to his right, three receivers to the left. Now going to shift the back to his left. First and 10 from their own 48. To give to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it right side. Now going to cut up for a gain of a yard. All right, Purdy looking to throw in second and 9. Pass left side. Going to be incomplete. Looking for Jawan Jennings. It's Cooper DeJean in coverage. Third and 9 coming up. Oh yeah, I expect Liam Cohen to improve next year as well, and really the entire Jaguars team to take steps forward. Now, are they going to be another 12-win team? Most likely not, but they have the talent. They're gonna be an improved team one way or another. All right, Purdy and shotgun back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Third and 9 from their own 49-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. Has some time, stepping up, rolling left now, still looking. Gonna try and take it himself, and that's a gain of about 2. Not much else going for them. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the Texans play tomorrow night. Like the Texans tomorrow night is probably going to set the tone for the rest of the AFC. So the 49ers will go 3 and out and punt this one away. Punt comes off clean. And that's going to take a 49er bounce and be downed at the 6. Great punt from Thomas Morstead. The Eagles will have 8 seconds in this first quarter for one play. Yeah, but I think the expectations with Houston's different than the expectations with Jacksonville. Because Houston the past 2 years before this year won the AFC South and made the divisional round. The hope for this year is to, at minimum, make the divisional round again. And ideally, if you can make the AFC Championship game for the first time in team history, that will be a mass improvement. But we'll see. I could see Houston have a bit more. I can see Houston having a bit more of a shakeup in the offseason if they go one and done than Jacksonville's going to have this offseason. Hurts and shotgun back to his right, two receiving options to each side, ball on their own 6. Final play of the first quarter. Play clock winding down. Hurts looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, can be caught by A.J. Brown for a gain of about 7. And this clock is going to stop momentarily, but there we go. And that's the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. 49ers lead by a point. Both teams' opening drives went well, and then the defenses started to set in. We'll see how this one continues after the commercial break. Yeah. I mean, it's also like the expectations for Houston this season were not only to make the playoffs, but you need to at least get back to the divisional round, and you need to ideally make the AFC Championship. Because it's a down season from what was last year. You can't go to back-to-back divisional round games and play those relatively close and then fail to make that in the third year. Because by every account, if they don't make the divisional round, this is the worst season than the previous two. So that means you're gonna have to shake things up if you're gonna try and get over that hump. You can't just run it back. You can't just completely run it back at that point. Well, the quality of team doesn't really matter in that regard. It's more so just Houston. Houston is now in a third season with D'Amico Ryans. The first 2 seasons were AFC divisional round games. If the third season is anything less, there's going to be some questions. Yeah, the shakeups will probably more so happen with offensive line, with secondary to a degree, and maybe like the running back room would be the other thing. Because like, not having Joe Mixon has hurt that team this season. But Joe Mixon is not the maker. Should not be the make or break. I mean, it matters to a degree. The other thing is, it's like, yeah, losing to Pittsburgh would suck. But at the end of the day, the expectations for no matter who Houston would be playing, even if it was Baltimore, if it was someone else, if Houston were to lose, to be one and done this season, there are going to be questions. They could be playing Denver in the first round, and they would still have a ton of questions if they went one and done. Yeah, but again, with the expectations Houston has had, being one and done against any team this year is not acceptable. Handoff up the middle on 2nd and 3, gonna be a gain of about 5. Obviously, like, there's gonna be a little bit more losing to Pittsburgh, but the core of the questions is not gonna come from who you lose to, but from the fact you did not make the divisional round again. And then you can add other things on top of it from there. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 20. $14:20 to play in the first half. Hurts looking to throw once again. Had some time, pass left side, caught by Devonta Smith for a gain of about 9 or 10. If it's a close game, maybe, but still, no. Being one and done in any regard for Houston this season would be a disappointment. Hurts handoff up the middle is going to be a gain of about 4-ish for Barkley, enough for the first. Again, like, the difference between losing to Pittsburgh and losing to like a New England or a Buffalo is still there, but it's not the crust. It's not the crust of the issue. It's that Hurts and shotgun back to his left, two receivers to each side, ball on their own 34. They're making a ton of adjustments here. Now it's three receivers to the left, back to his right, completely audible to play. Hurts looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has some time, pass left side, going to be off the market, incomplete. Yeah, I figured that play was not going to work with how massive of some changes they made to it afterwards. Again, like going one and done, it was going to cause serious questions either way for Houston because they just did not get over the hump in a year they should have been able to get over the hump. Pittsburgh's going to cause it again a little bit more, but it might go. But the main issue is that they had a worse year this year than they did the previous two. Hurts pass left side, caught by Devonta Smith for a gain of about nothing. I mean, it's kind of funny that Matt LaFleur has been a part of two insane fourth quarter comebacks. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, two receivers to each side. 3rd and 10. Hurts, and there's going to be a penalty to call this play dead. All right, cool. Yeah, LaFleur was on the Falcons coaching staff during 28-3, and now he's part of 21-3. It's just, man, that's tough. False start on Philly is the call. It's going to be a 3rd and 15. Yeah, because again, he was on the Falcons coaching staff for 28-3. Even though he probably didn't have a massive role, he was still a part of that team. Yeah. And then he has the 21-3 now. Hurts in shotgun, three receivers to the right, two to the left. Going to look to throw in 3rd and 15. Has some time, pass left side, caught by Devonta Smith. And it's going to be close if he got the first. Might be a 4th and inches. If anything, college feels more fake because of how the playoffs work. And the fact that it's a committee of people that decide the rankings. It's not based off of like legitimate like on the field stuff. All right, they're saying 4th and inches, and here comes the tush push. Hurts under center, and he's gonna get the first with ease. Yeah. Yeah, and also college has 100 Division 1 college, the FBS level college football has 138 different schools. There's going to be more chaos in that. As the 49ers are calling their first timeout. Yeah, what makes college interesting, at least to me, is the chaotic nature of it. And the fact that, like those are guys you're going to be seeing on Sundays. No, it's impossible to script professional sports. There's too much I get that's involved in to make an NFL game, a college game, or basketball, to make any of these sporting events work. It is way too many people. It would be known by now if these were faked. Yeah, and uh, Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta for 28-3. Hurts under center, back behind him, gonna toss right side for Saquon Barkley. There's space to about midfield. I get not wanting to watch bad football, but the chaotic nature leads to a so bad it's good type of thing for me. Yeah. The WWE is a lot easier to be able to dictate when events happen because for the most part it's one-on-one action. You don't have a lot of people that play a role in those things. There's no bounce of the ball to take into account. There's no like wind or other things. It is simply two people in a ring doing moves to each other. That's it. Hurts quick pass left side can be caught by Saquon Barkley. There's space past the 35. Past the 35 and down to the 30 on the halfback screen. And even the WWE has made mistakes in the past with their scripting. They've had to fix it through weird ways, but they've still been some weird stuff that's happened with it. Yeah, like it depends on what region of the country you're from that college might be insanely more popular than the NFL. Hurts handoff up the middle, going to be a gain of about 5. Yeah. Yeah, like most of the South is really passionate with college. It is insane. The Midwest as well. Like if you go to Montana, you go to Montana and you go to those games between Montana and Montana State, or even any of the any of the Dakotas, they're really passionate over there. It's great to see. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. 2nd and 6 from the 49er 26. Handoff up the middle. Going to have space for a first inside the 20 and down to the 16. All right, they're moving the ball well. That's Tank Bigsby on the carry. Yeah, but there's too much luck that goes into an actual sporting event. There's too much at play to properly be able to script it. Hurts handoff left side could be Tank Bigsby down to about the 10. Yeah, WWE is a lot more characters. It's pretty much WWE is a lot more show-like, and it's great. It's great. I like the WWE. I keep up with it occasionally because it's good. It's just a lot. It's faked because it's a lot easier to, and it makes for better storytelling. Actual wrestling, like Olympic type wrestling, is not really entertaining. Like the WWE stands for World Wrestling Entertainment, I think. Hurts handoff right side for Saquon Barkley, gonna lose about 2. Yeah, you can only do so much with the refs and telling people to throw where and whatnot before it's just like, come on. Yeah. True, the challenge idea comes into play there as well. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, 3rd and 5 from the 49er 12. Hand off to Barkley up the middle, and that's not going to be enough for a first. Gets to the 9, needed the 7. Like also like and every single and hold on. On the field at any given time for the NFL is 22 people, 22 players, not counting the refs and anyone else that might get involved in a play. That is 22 people minimum you need to convince to not only agree to scripting games, but promise to never tell throughout their lifetimes. That's not possible. Not to mention all the backups and everyone else. There's 53 people on the NFL roster. Hurts looking to throw in 4th and 2, rolling right, passing right, caught by Dallas Goedert, and he is in. Touchdown, Philly. They take the lead for the first time today. Oh, and now there's a penalty down. Hold on. It's an eligible man downfield against Philly. This is coming back. Going to be a 4th and long. And I'm probably going to settle for a field goal now. Wait, it's against Dallas Goedert? No, that had to be an error on Fox's end. Oh yeah, now they're saying touchdown's back on. They picked up the penalty. Yeah, so I guess they were initially calling it on Cam Jurgens. And he did not cross the yard mark threshold. All right, there's a touchdown for Philly. So Jake Elliott on for the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good. Eagles lead by 6. Yeah, and the contract says well play a role and all that. Because again, there's just too many people. Like in the NBA, you have 15 players on the roster. You have like 10 plus coaches staffs. Although and also like for the NBA as well. There was a court case about a ref purposefully like rigging games. And the NBA quickly stepped in and fired him, and he got sued and all that. Yeah, like there's definitely might be a few refs that like definitely do try and do that, but they still need to keep it realistic. It's not like planned by the league. A lot of the refs' penalties seemed rigged because a lot of the rules in the NFL are subjective. And that creates a lot of how do you interpret the rule, and different refs interpret the rules differently. Yeah, and then that's just because a lot of the penalties are subjective. There's a reason why every team gets the ref like knows who the refs are gonna be. Well, like the Monday or the Tuesday before they start their game prep. Like they know who the refs are while they're going through the game prep, so that way they can play to the ref and know what they can get away with. It top of the line teams understand that hey, when we're going against this ref, we can do these things differently, and it's a skill to be able to do that. Yeah, yeah, but to that ref, it looked like holding, but to most people, it wasn't. And even then, like in that moment, that's still a penalty you should not have called, but that's whatever. Yeah, like every given week, refs are given a memo from the NFL to look for certain things differently. So, like, for example, like midway through this season, all the refs were given a memo to pay more attention to the tush push for false starts. Then you started to see false starts get called a bit more on tush push esque plays. It's a constantly evolving thing and it's all subjective. And that's kind of what sucks about it, is how subjective it is. But you play to that subjectiveness. All right, 6:08 to play in the first half. See how the 49ers respond. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Base out past the 10, past the 20, and brought down near the 22, maybe 23. Yeah, but that's just the nature of things. There's always going to be bad calls because some ref because with the angle the refs have for a given play, it might make things look worse than it actually was. Purdy looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side can be caught by George Kittle, and that's a gain of about 5 or 6. Yeah. Yeah. As we're heading to a commercial break due to George Kittle getting hurt on that play. We're heading to an injury timeout. Well, it doesn't matter, but that part isn't the factor. It's like the ref that threw that penalty from his point of view made it seem like that Slay held. So we threw the penalty, the refs discussed, and they came to the conclusion that yeah, from all the angles we saw the play through, it looked like there was a hold, thus the hold call stands. Yeah, that's all we said after the game. But again, that's at that point it's water under the bridge. Like there's a reason why so many fans are trying to pressure the NFL into relying more and more on replay assist. Because that way, cause through replay assist, you can get every call pretty much spot on. There's still gonna be some issues, but it makes it better to make sure you get the right calls. But the NFL is very, very scared to lean that heavy into replay assist. I think there's a chance he legitimately believed he held, but it's also could be the fact that, you know, he firmly believed he did not hold there, but he did not want to get fined. And when you're in your post game when you're in your post game stuff, you're not really allowed to talk about the officiating. Yeah, who knows? I think deep down like he did not believe he held, but he kind of had to be like, yeah, I made a mistake because that's how the refs viewed things. Either way, if he like with how minor it felt like that hold was in that moment of the game, you do not call the hold and penalty there. That's one thing that most refs need to understand is in certain moments, you just cannot call a penalty. Whereas George Kittle's getting taken off the field through the cart. This is a tough blow for this 49ers offense. All right, 2nd and 6. Purdy in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 29. Man in motion left to right. Purdy going to look to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle. It's caught past the 45. Past midfield and still going. Past the 40, 35, 30. And finally out of bounds near the Eagle 26. It's Jawan Jennings on the reception. All right, there goes San Fran. Yeah, we replay assist again. Everyone's been calling for replay assist for years, especially after what happened in New Orleans back in like 2018 with that no DPI call. Like replay assist have been calling for it. Just the NFL is like most leagues are scared to lean heavy into replay assist, but that's why they have the challenge flags because they want to, but only to a certain degree. Purdy in shotgun, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, caught by McCaffrey with some blockers. Gets down to about the 20. It's like the MLB is just now starting to get a little bit more help by replay assist through the ABS system for the strike zone. But even then, like there's gonna be some weird things with it. Yeah, I know, it's just like that talking point is so overdone at this point. It's just it's. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. Purdy under center, 2nd and 4. Gonna toss this right side for McCaffrey. Has blockers to get down to about the 18. Gonna be a 3rd and 1 coming up. All right, 3rd and 1. Purdy under center, back and fullback behind him. There's the give to McCaffrey once again, and he's going to slip and lose about a yard. All right, so a 4th down coming up with 3:20 to play in the half. Well, yeah, they're never going to make that a rule, but that's one of those unwritten rules that should be in place. And another example of those is that's already in place. You never see penalties on Hail Marys for that exact reason. Because those are the type of plays where you can't really call a penalty on it. Like most refs understand that you let them play in a late game, when in a late game moments. But then you still have some refs who are like, okay, this looks like something. As the 49ers are going to call their 2nd timeout before this 4th and 2. Yeah. This season, I can't really think of, at least none that were like actual late game bad calls. Either because of what the Lions Packers Thanksgiving Day game was aided by a bad call by giving LaFleur that timeout. Oh yeah, a DPI being called in that moment would be asinine, because that most likely would give them 1st and goal from the 1, which is crazy. All right, so Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal try. 36-yard kick from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good. It is a 3-point Eagle lead with 2:50 to play. And I assume we're heading to a commercial break here. Yep, commercial break. So I'll quickly be right back. All right, I'm back. So a commercial break. Yeah, I'm gonna wear the Patriots jersey tonight. I won't really be rooting for them, but I'll wear it. That's just how I handle things. Yeah, like leverage in that Denver Indiana game, but that leverage is already a very weird call. So like whatever. Yeah. Also, I believe that leverage call did matter because I'm pretty sure they missed the initial kick. Did they give someone an extra timeout? Yeah, refs could call it penalty in it for play. No. Kickoff going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Philly will begin from the 35. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's not that they gave him an extra timeout. It's that they gave him is that they said he called timeout before the false start. Which no, but whatever. It's they didn't give him an extra timeout. They just said he called timeout when he didn't. Or they got a timeout off in time when they didn't. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Hand off left side for Saquon Barkley, going to get up to about the 41. Well, because most of the cases when people say a game was changed by a penalty being called, they don't mean in the final few minutes or the final second. They mean that there was a bad call earlier on in the game that shifted momentum the other way. Which has definitely have happened before. Hurts under center, back behind him, going to play action and look to throw. Has some time, a deep shot over the middle. And it is going to be incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown. Nearly a great catch there. Plays pretty well, but just couldn't hang on through some contact. And A.J. Brown is A.J. Brown shaking up after the play. All right, he's up. He's walking under his own power. A bit of a limp. Yeah, that is a I maybe missed him a little bit from that. Yeah, from that angle, he missed him by about a foot. Yeah, the Des Bryant conundrum. Jeez, that. It depends on what the call is. All right, gonna be a false start against Philly before this next play. Well, because like more often than not, those are like third quarter, second quarter penalties where a team is starting to mount a comeback, but then a penalty is called that just kills any momentum that they had. And like those are more so the ones where it's like those are the game changing penalties, not necessarily the late game ones, more that people to mention. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 3rd and 9. Looking to throw once again, has some time, pass right side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown is off his fingertips. And the 49ers will have plenty of time to tie this game up at the half. Yeah. Like the Des Bryant situation wasn't like a penalty. It was just the refs, it was just the interpretation of the rules. Jesse James had a very similar thing happen to him. So did Calvin Johnson. I mean, Baltimore had it happen to them this year. Punt comes off clean. Going to, I think that bounces off a 49ers helmet. They pick it up at about the 22. All right. Yeah, that's true as well. Like when games are more even, that's when the penalties really matter to a degree. As we're at the 2-minute warning. At the 2-minute warning. At commercial break. Minute 51 to play in the first half. 49ers have a chance to get back into this one. Or to tie it up and potentially take the lead. And they do it. Yeah. I don't know, I just think back to that Dolphins-Eagles game from 2023 when there was 10 penalties against Miami and none against Philly. And like it just like yeah, Miami definitely deserved to lose that game. They made some really dumb plays in that one, but man, like, the Eagles not getting a single penalty in that game was ridiculous. You T-Fox, you good? Yeah, and that's why I mentioned Jesse James and Calvin Johnson because they had similar moments. Again, like, well, it was Steelers Patriots in like 2017. Jesse James had that game-winning touchdown, but he got called back, and the Steelers threw an interception the very next play. I was at my grandma's watching that. I was pissed. man, I get the Bills game was rough, but come on, I'm not even going that far with it. Okay. Purdy under center, back behind him. Man in motion left to right as they hand this off up the middle for Christian McCaffrey to get past the 25 to the 27. Okay. Oh, it's been confirmed. George Kittle tore his Achilles. That is brutal. Second and 6 for San Fran. Purdy under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up, and is sacked at the 21. I believe that's Jalen Davis on the sack there. No, it's Jalen Carter. There's a third and long coming up for San Francisco. The Eagles call their first timeout. All right, third and 11. 1:12 to play in the half. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. They get a free play here. Purdy looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, can be caught by a wide open DeMarcus Robinson for a first. Yeah. Yeah, for my correct. That offsides will be declined. It's first and 10 for San Francisco up near the. What was that going to be like the 36? 37? So Purdy under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Again, just looking to get at least a field goal out of this. Purdy play action looking to throw. Rolling right, gonna dump this off right side for McCaffrey, and he was not aware the ball was arriving. Incomplete, second and 10. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 37. Play clock winding down. They're not going to get the snap off in time. They couldn't line up properly. They'll call their final timeout with 1:02 to play. Oh, yeah? Yeah, like, caffeine has never, like, really impacted me too much. But also, I don't, like, drink massive amounts of it or, like, heavy doses of it. Yeah, were they wanting Kendrick Bourne to go in motion there? Yeah, he was not aware of that play. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Stepping up, pass right side, going to be incomplete. So a 3rd and 10 coming up now, with 57 seconds to play. Third and 10. What happened with my... Purdy in shotgun, 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Has some time. Stepping up, pass left side, caught with space. Up to about midfield. Is Jake Tonjes on the reception. And they go hurry up. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 36 seconds to play in the half. Purdy looking to throw. Pass over the middle is going to be caught to the 44. CMC on the reception. They go hurry up once again. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. They need roughly about 10 or so more yards maybe for comfortable field goal range. Purdy looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be a throwaway, incomplete. 8 seconds remain. So unless you're really confident in Eddie Pinheiro, you need to get him another 5-10 yards. And then you would need to be towards the sideline as you have no timeout remaining and only 8 seconds. So you can't even run like a quick slant. You don't have the time for that. Because they're at the 44. It would be about a 61-yard kick where they're at currently. Pinheiro cannot hit that. All right, the Eagles will call their 2nd timeout. Good evening. Hey, this might be one of the better wildcard weekends we've had in a while. So far, every game has been a close one. I'm here for it. Oh, A.J. Brown and Nick Sirianni got into it on the sideline. Okay. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to take it himself left side. Need to get out of bounds. Purdy at the 35, gonna get out. The ball comes loose. They're gonna say got out of bounds. Got out of bounds at about the 37 with 1 second to play. They ran a QB draw, which got the first and got out of bounds. All right, it worked. Still an interesting play call nonetheless. Because the Cowboys tried doing that against them and it did not work all those years ago. Oh yeah, it was a dumb game, but it was a great game. That's all that matters. That game was entertaining. That game was so entertaining last night. All right, refs are going to review this to make sure he did actually get out of bounds here. Yeah, he fumbles that and then goes out of bounds. Is that going to stop the clock? Yeah, that's a fumble and it lands out of bounds. I'm not sure if that stops the clock or not. I don't remember how that rule works. Again, it worked. If he went out of bounds a lot sooner, it would have worked a lot better. So like, it got the job done. It's just his main question is just, did he properly get out of bounds? Yeah. Sirianni, I mean, Sirianni heading to the locker room? Not Sirianni, that's Shanahan. And yeah, that's the half. He didn't properly get fully out of bounds. The 49ers exit the half with nothing, and the Eagles get the ball to begin the second half. All right. He just needed to get properly out of bounds, and he wasn't able to. So that's the half. Yeah, I mean it's a tight one so far. As I have to fix the chat box because I got messed up during that section. Yeah, I mean, all the wildcard games have been tight so far, so yeah. There we go. We'll see how the second half plays out. Most cases, the second half has been the main meat and potatoes of these games. All right, so at commercial break for halftime. Yeah, like the offense is sitting right where they have been most of the year, at about that 12-point per game mark in the first half. Defense is playing well also. The question is the offense going to show up in the second half? It needs to. This game is too close for them not to show up. The offense really needs to show up in the second half. As again, that's been the weakness of the Eagles. They're sitting at just under 10 points per game in the second half. So we'll see. Okay, they get ball to begin the second half, so they're going to be able to show that early. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Defense playing well though, and that's a key. That's what matters as well. But we're getting to the point where the defense can only do so much. All right, so at commercial break, at the half. And halftime. Yeah, George Kittle got carted off the field earlier in this. And even then, like the 49ers offense moved well after he got carted off. That was right before that last drive they had. Yeah, but that's what happens when you play Buffalo. You're gonna have to play that's a near perfect game. It's just the Bills, man. They always have some magic like that in them, and I hate it being a Dolphins fan. Still, he played well enough. The Cam Little missed kick right before the half hurt, but probably not hurt. I mean, it probably did impact a lot of that game. Thinking about it fully now, because if that game is tied with a minute to play, the Jaguars probably play that a little bit differently. They probably play a lot of that final sequence differently, even defensively. So yeah, it's but still, I feel fine with Jacksonville going forward. They have a ton of talent on that team, and they had a massively improved season. I'm excited to see how they tackle the offseason and where they go from there, because they can definitely be competitive for next year. Like yeah, Trevor Lawrence played well this year. I'd like to see a little bit of an improvement for next year with some of the decision making. So for the most part, I think you're fine with it. Yeah, that's true as well. But man, like in the playoffs, every minor mistake plays a massive role, and that was just one of them. Yeah, I like him little as well, but it's still like feeling the same way as the Tyler Loop one, whereas the young kicker is gonna figure it out get more consistent with it. But the future is bright in Duval again. It just hopefully it now gets built in the right way, unlike the previous time they're in the playoffs. And getting Travis Hunter back next year is gonna help. Uh, Hunter back gonna help. Just another year with that offense is gonna hopefully help Trevor Lawrence as well. Yeah, exactly. You just can't take a massive decline next year. Like another year under that Liam Cohen offense is probably going to help Trevor Lawrence a lot and just getting more consistent. Yeah. Still can't believe Buff. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, Trevor Lawrence Trevor Lawrence is slowly like earning that contract he signed a few seasons ago. Yeah, he's playing well for them. Like, the other key thing was he played a full season this year. Him playing that full season has definitely helped a lot with just that entire team as a whole and having the success they did. It's just another year under that offense it's going to look great. It's the same thing with Chicago right now. Like even though they won their playoff game, next year's Chicago was going to be a threat. because it's just another year under the Ben Johnson offense, and to get his culture established. Yeah, and would you say like which defensive unit would you say is more important to add to, linebackers or secondary? Because I mean, both could definitely use improvements, but like if you had to pick one, I'm definitely going to be higher on them than I was entering this year. But we'll see how Houston plays tomorrow night to see kind of like where I think they could stand up. And the second half going to be on the way here soon. Yep, add commercial break. Cool. Cool. Eagles get ball to begin the second half, up by 3. First playoffs in a long time without the Chiefs, and has started off in a fantastic fashion. Maybe that's a sign. All right, still at commercial break as we await the start of the second half. Yeah, yeah, because improving that linebacker unit, even if it's to like just like getting more depth to it, I think it could definitely help. And getting Travis Hunter back, assuming he takes a leap next year, even with dealing with the injury, if he takes a leap, it's gonna definitely gonna improve all around. Like his development, I'm very interested in to see how internally they handle it, because like playing both ways is not easy, and like he struggled a bit at times this year, but for the most part he played fine. Like I'm curious to see how he's gonna develop. Oh yeah, Jacoby Myers was great since y'all acquired him. Like that's a very nice piece to that receiver room. And then like Parker Washington also, like he stepped up big after Travis Hunter went down. Like the receiver room is set to be nice next year. So it's just so that I think the running back room you could probably add a second running back to it just to pair better with Travis Etienne. But like Juden ran well today and he's been solid this year, so probably not as big of an important thing to do. As the second half is underway here soon, kickoff momentarily. Yeah, like that's kind of what they've been doing with him. But like if he's able to go both ways and be a Pro Bowl level at both sides, why not? Yeah. Yeah, true. In the playoffs, it's gonna be a bit interesting. Like, so like it's just which side do you need the most help with? And I think honestly, I think if you force Travis Hunter to play one way, you stick him at corner. Kickoff underway, going to be returned up to about the 29.
because his processing skills and his ability to read the ball is would instantly make him would make him a really good corner. And then again, with how solid the receiver room is already, that's gonna it definitely improve the secondary. Yeah. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. First and 10 from the 30. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley. He has space past the 35 to about the 37. Oh yeah, ETN definitely should be there long term. I imagine I would be shocked if he's not already under an extension. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and 3. To give to Barkley once again up the middle, and that's going to be a loss of about a yard. Yeah, and like they should have utilized him a lot more in that game. How is Travis Etienne not under a contract extension yet? He played this year on the 5th-year option? Okay. Yeah, so he extended him should be a priority. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 3. Dump off right side for Barkley, and he drops it. All right, and the Eagles go 3 and out to begin the second half. Oh, is Devonta Smith a bit hobbled on the sideline now? Yeah, but receivers are one of those positions where you don't need a first-round receiver to be. You don't need a first-round pick to find a really good receiver. You can find those in day 2 and day 3. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 5. Yeah, those definitely be the top 3. Yeah, because Jacksonville's first-round pick belongs to Cleveland this year, due to the trade up last year. But again, like you don't necessarily need a first-round pick to find a high-quality receiver. Well, yeah, but the first-round pick this year essentially it's their first-round pick last year was used to get the receiver side of Travis Hunter. The one this year is to get the corner side of Travis Hunter. Like them not having the first round pick is fine in relation to like the Colts not having their first round pick or the Falcons not having theirs. Yeah, like Torrey Holton was a late round pick. Puka Nacua was a 5th round pick. Devontae Adams was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Gabe Davis was a day 2 pick. Brandon Cooks, I think, was a later pick as well. Who else? One of these playoff teams currently. Most of Denver's receiver room are filled with day 2 and day 3 picks. Yeah. Yeah, what is the current mock draft looking like for? I still like this mock draft. That has Miami going Eli Stowers in the 3rd. I would love that. I would be shocked if he's available for Miami's third round pick this year. Yeah, the Rams are in a really good spot. And like, so are the Jets. Like, the Jets have 2 first-round picks in the top 20. That's a very good situation to have. Oh yeah, again, Travis Hunter played really well this year. I'm excited to see how he develops. He could be even better. Purdy looking to throw in first and 10. Roll into his right to buy some time. Gonna get a gain of about 5 or 6. Certain positions is definitely easier to get in later rounds than others. All right, 2nd and 4. I picked the 49ers to win this one. We'll see how that plays out. Purdy under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get about 3 or so. All right. And now there's a penalty down as well. Isn't it after the play penalty? Oh, yeah. Yep. That is, I believe, Marcus Epps just ripping the helmet off of Jawan Jennings. That's going to be a penalty against Philly, an automatic first for San Francisco. Okay. Yeah, legal use of hands. That's only the 3rd penalty of this game. All of them have been against the Eagles. And all of them have been minor penalties. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, first and 10 from their own 19. 12.5 to play in the 3rd. Shift in the back to his left. Purdy going to play action, look to throw. Pass left side, going to be dropped. Looking for Luke Farrell on that left side for a bubble screen. Could not hang on. It's 2nd and 10. Yeah. Miami having 3 third-round picks this year is nice. I kind of want them to use one of them to trade up a bit and back to like to get another 2nd. But or like to trade one of them to like maybe move off on a bad contract that they have. But I'm fine with just keeping the picks as well. Having 5 picks in the first 2 days of the draft is not a bad situation to be in. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, and they're going to have to call a timeout. They're not going to get that snap off in time. They call their first timeout with 12:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Talk about clock management, jeez. All right, nice. And we're at commercial break after the timeout. Oh yeah, I don't mind getting sent dumb shit. I already have friends who do that plenty. Why not more? Speaking of, I'm about to send one of my friends some dumb shit. Because we're at commercial break. Yeah. No, but like recently during like late night VCs, Uncle has been sending some real dumb shit off his Instagram reels, and man, that man's algorithm on Instagram, I don't get it. So we're at commercial break. Yeah, maybe. But can't change. Oh well, can't really change it now, can he? I have to give Tom credit for even thinking about going live for that Bills Jaguars game this morning. The fact after that game last night, I, like if that was Miami blowing that kind of lead, oh, it would be I would not want to get out of bed until like well later in the day. Because man, that was ugh. Yeah. I would need some time to recover off of that. That was Purdy and shotgun looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Has some time, pass left side, gonna be caught to the 36. Is Demarcus Robinson on the reception? Yeah, he's really dedicated, and I respect it so much. I'm sure like as I continue doing this, like to like the length he has, I'll get that same way of just like, yeah, whatever. I've been live with plenty of these other type of games before. It's just another one. But, yeah, I'm going live with every playoff game. I go live with all of them. I go live with pretty much every primetime game, every Dolphin game, a few other games in between. In the spring, I go live with pretty much every UFL game. As Purdy's pass left side is going to be incomplete, looking for Demarcus Robinson just off the mark. Yes, yeah, we go live a lot during the seasons. Because I think this past year I missed. Well, I missed 1 week because I had a friend visiting, so I missed 3 games then. Besides that, I think I missed like only like missed as in like plan on doing it, but ended up not doing it because of other reasons. I think that was like 4 or 5. Yeah. Purdy handoff left side for McCaffrey, gonna have space past the 40 to about the 41. Gain of roughly 8. 3rd and 1 coming. 3rd and 2-ish coming up. Pretty funny. But at the same time, like my sister's not really into football. But like as a joke growing up, she would try to be like a Patriots or a Jets fans. And like we knew she was joking, but still kind of like played into it a little bit. She's kind of a Steelers fan now, but again, doesn't really follow football. So yeah. Purdy gonna keep it himself up the middle for a QB sneak that gets about 3 or 4, enough for the first. The 1st and 10 coming up. 10:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Purdy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right, ball on their own 46. Man in motion right to left. Purdy play action, looking to throw. Has some time, pass left side is intercepted and brought down at the Eagles' own 48. It's Quinion Mitchell on the pick, the 2nd-year corner out of Toledo. And there's that Eagles defense making plays and plays and plays like they always do. Yeah. Isn't Yeah, it's always that first game that kind of decides stuff. Because one of my oldest, funny enough, one of my oldest Dolphins fan memories was a comeback win against Seattle in like 2012. I was at that game and it was great. I kind of just rode with them since. You're not gonna make us play the Rams, but it would be like, either way. You're probably gonna be playing the Rams at some point. Why not get it out of the way now? Yep, at commercial break after the interception. Again, they're going against the Eagles offense in the second half right now. So there's still very much in this. They can probably hold them to a field goal at worst. Yeah. I mean, I had the Jaguars advancing like for my bracket, but my Super Bowl is still in place currently. My Super Bowl pick this year is Texans Rams, mainly because of just the defenses. It's really like I'm a very offensive minded guy, but I can get behind a really good defense so easily. If this is the final score, Patriots Chargers tonight better be a 40-37 finish. Yeah. What was it? Was it 2021 where both one seeds lost in the divisional round? That was, and neither of those games were really good either. Like that's the other thing. Yeah. I mean, this could be shaping up to be close to the final. If the Eagles shut out the 49ers in the second half, that would be very impressive. Even with them not having George Kittle, I would be impressed. Hurts in shotgun back to his left, 3 receiving options to the left as well. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Play clock winding down is a play action looking to throw. Hurts with some time, rolling right. Buying time, gonna pass this right side. That's an incomplete, pretty much a throwaway. You do it for Kittle. Oh, is that Big Dom catching the pass on the sideline? That's a good catch, though. All right, 2nd and 10. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion, right to left. Ball on their own 48. Hurts gonna keep it himself right side. A design QB keeper that has space past the 45 and out of bounds near the 41. Enough for the first, but there is a penalty. This might be coming back. Yep, it's holding against Philly. Gonna be a 2nd and 20 coming up. All right, 2nd and 20. Aggression. I was saying 2nd and 18. Okay. Yeah. Again, it depends on how they lose. Like if this is just the final score, come on. Like do something more than that. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. I will also give the 49ers credit though. That was a drive that started from their own like 6-yard line and it moved down to about midfield. That's impressive in its own right. Hurts handoff to Saquon Barkley, gonna lose about 2. So a 3rd and 20 coming up. And here comes the woes of the Eagles' second half offense. Oh, yeah. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. They're ruling it a 3rd and 19. Hurts and shotgun looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Can be caught by Dallas Goedert, but brought down well shy of the 1st down marker. The Eagles go 3 and out on this drive. Going to be a 4th and 15. And they'll punt trying to pin the 49ers deep. All right. The 4th and 14. Punt comes off clean from Brandon Mann. This is going to be let bounce into the end zone for a touchback. 49ers will begin from the 20. The crown returns. All right. At commercial break. Yeah, the national championship is in about a week. That's gonna be a fun game. This year's CFP has been solid. You have one side of the bracket that is like close games all around. Then you have Indiana on the other side just demolishing everyone they're playing. It should be coming out of commercial break here soon. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 1st and 10 for San Francisco from their own 20. It feels like if they just get a solid drive here, they're in the driver's seat for this game. All right, so Purdy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. The give to McCaffrey up the middle is going to get about a yard. Yeah, just needs something. Just needing something out of this offense. All right, Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw once again. Pressure comes quick. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Jake Tonjes on the reception. It's a 3rd and 9 as that pass was behind. Why are they showing Mac Jones on the sideline? 3rd and 9 coming up. By the end of this quarter, CMC should find the end zone. Neither team has scored a touchdown since their opening. I know Eagles did. Forgot they had the missed extra point for a sec. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 9. Purdy looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side. Going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for CMC. And the 49ers now go 3 and out. Defense, defense, defense. Oh, Refs missed the face mask. It's a minor one, so I get why they missed it. But yeah, they still missed one. All right, Thomas Morstead set to send this one away with 7.5 to play in the third quarter. Punt comes off clean. And it's not a great punt. Gonna be bouncing down at about the 49ers own 47. Not a great punt from Morstead. Maybe the wind played a factor in that, but not great. The Eagles gonna start this drive from the 49ers side of the field with 7:22 to play in the third. And then no muff, just a bad punt. Yeah. Yeah. So at commercial break. We await the Eagles' next drive in the best field position they've had all game. And they capitalize off of it. Omarion Hampton is active for tonight's game. That's a nice one there. That's a nice get for the Chargers tonight. They're just having Tom Brady talk about how he's supposed to hold the football while throwing. Why? I guess with the wind and all that, but huh? All right, 1st and 10. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the 49er 46-yard line. Man in motion left to right. Hurts making some adjustments at the line. Man in motion right to left now as Hurts is going to hand this off right side for Saquon Barkley. And that's a loss of about 3 or 4. Tough way for that drive to start. Yeah. All right, ruling the loss of 2. So 2nd and 12 coming up. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. Man in motion right to left. Hurts going to look to throw. Dump off left side for Devontae Smith. Has some blockers for the first, for about 11. Going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up for Philly. Yeah. All right, here comes the tush push. 3rd and 1. Hurts under center. And that's going to be enough for the first. They get 2. Up to the 35. Yeah, the Patriots inactive list is standard. They're healthy. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball on the 49er 35-yard line. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be Tank Bigsby losing about a yard or two. Yeah, and that's fair. Okay, I'm most likely I don't have to deal with him next year, and I'm fine with that. They ripped off his mouth guard. What? And Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 11. Play clock winding down. Man in motion, right to left. Hurts going to look to throw. Pass right side, can be caught by Devonta Smith, and there's space inside the 30 and down to about the 29, maybe 28. Going to be a 3rd and relatively short coming up. All right, so Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 3. Play clock winding down. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Barkley, and there's space for the first. A gain of roughly 4. If something like that happens again, it would be fantastic. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hurts going to pass left side, and that's incomplete. Threw it at the feet of Saquon Barkley as that halfback screen did not develop. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh yeah, fear factor. All right, Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Barkley, who loses 3. It's a 3rd and 13 coming up. Third and 13. Three minutes to play in the third. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the 49er 27. Hurts going to keep it himself up the middle for the QB draw and just going to slide down near the 22. Not enough for the first. The 4th and about 8 coming up, and they're going to send out the field goal unit. All right. So out comes Jake Elliott. It's a 41-yard kick from the right hash. With the wind in Philly. Kick is up. And it is down the middle. Eagles lead by 6. With 2:11 to play in the third. Yeah. And yeah, the 49ers only have 1 timeout. Or only have 2 timeouts. You used 1 early on in this half. There's a ton of miscues in this half already for San Francisco. All right, 2:11 to play in the third. They're going to send out Brandon Band to hold for the kickoff as it is windy. All right, 2:11. Still just waiting for the kickoff. They're taking a while with this. All right, there's the kick. Going to be returned beginning from the 6. Face up past the 20, past the 25, down past the 30 to the 33. All right. First and 10. Getting closer and closer to a gotta have it drive for the 49ers. Purdy under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Play action looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side, caught by Kyle Juszczyk with space. Pass midfield. Past the 45 and bulldozing his way to the Eagle 40. All right, really good play to begin that drive. Now can it just continue it? Purdy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Hand off up the middle for CMC. He gets past the 35 to the 34. All right. Moving well early in this. Second and 4 coming up. A minute to play in the third quarter. Purdy under center, back behind them. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. A handoff right side. Breaks off 1 tackle and has space. Going to be brought down for a gain of about 3. All right, I like the idea of trying to go tricky with it. It's Sky Moore on the carry on the jet sweep. 1 more play is needed before the end of the third, I believe. All right, 3rd and 1. 20 seconds of play in the third. This is the final play of the third quarter. Purdy under center, back behind him. Motion the tight end to be a fullback. It's a 3rd and roughly inches. There is the QB sneak, and Purdy gets it on the second effort. It's a gain of roughly 2, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. Eagles lead by 6. The 49ers are moving, though, on this drive. And can they punch it in? We'll see. Commercial break first, then the final 15 of the NFC wildcard slate. All right, since we're heading to a commercial break, I'll quickly be right back. All right, I'm back. Select commercial break. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break for the start of the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Ball in Philly territory. Purdy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball in the Eagle 29. Man in motion, left to right. Purdy they're gonna double reverse this. Jawan Jennings looking to throw, pass right side, wide open, CMC, touchdown San Francisco. They're an extra point away from taking the lead, but there's a penalty. A nice double reverse. Beautiful throw from Jawan Jennings. Does this stand? It is against Philly. That will be declined. The touchdown stands. They're an extra point away from taking the lead once again. The trickery there. Guy Moore gets the initial reverse. He then tosses it to Jawan Jennings. And then CMC wide open inside the 10. Placed perfectly by Jennings. That's a quarterback level throw. And now it comes down to Eddie Pinheiro to give the 49ers the lead. That's a great time to call that play, and they needed that type of play bad. All right, so now the extra point. Oh, yeah. I added too much to it. Extra point is up, and it is good. There we go. All right, and now the defense. The 49ers defense has been playing well in this second half. Now it's up to the defense. Yeah, what a play design and what a play call for Kyle Shanahan. Right when the 49ers needed some type of momentum. They get it in spades. All right, so the kickoff on the way here soon. It was roughing the passer call against the Eagles that got declined. Kickoff underway, going to be down. That was muffed in the end zone, but then down for a touchback to begin from the 35. All right. Cool. All right, 1st and 10. Also, we're at the final few minutes of some of college basketball right now for UCF, so I'm gonna have that on my phone. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Ball on their own 35, gonna fake a toss right and look to throw. Hurts with time, gonna dump this off right side for Saquon Barkley. Base past the 40, past the 45, and down to about the 46. And now there's a penalty. It's holding against Philly. 1st and 20 coming up. That's coming back. They're calling it against Darius Cooper. All right, so 1st and 20. $14:40 to play in the game. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 25 now. Hurts going to look to throw. Pass left side is incomplete. Looking for Dallas Goedert. 2nd and 20 coming up. All right, 2nd and 20. $14:15 to play in the game. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side for Saquon Barkley. And there's space past the 30 and down to about the 33. There's a gain of about 7 or 8. Gonna make it a 3rd and long still. It's a 3rd and 13. Not quite a massive 3rd down just yet, as there's still plenty of time, but this Eagles offense gonna need to get into a rhythm here soon. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on their own 32. Hurts looking to throw. Rolling right to buy some time. Still looking. Passing right side, and that's a throwaway. Incomplete. The Eagles go 3 and out. And we'll have to punt this one away. All right. 13:25 to play in the game. And the 49ers extend this lead. Defense did their job. All right, 4th and 13. Brandon Mann on to send this one away. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 20. Space past the 25 and past the 30 to the 32. Solid return. 49ers will start from there. Oh, this is a great tweet I'm just seeing. During the... What class is this? This is either the 2016 or the 27? No. What QB? What class is this? Either way, during Jawan Jennings' recruitment class in high school, he was a dual threat prospect. He was a dual threat quarterback. He was ranked 5th. He was ranked as the 5th best quarterback in that recruitment class. He was ahead of Sam Darnold, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. and now Jawan Jennings has a touchdown pass in the playoffs. Crazy. I love football. All right, we're at commercial break. We're waiting for the 49ers' next drive. Waiting for their next drive. Just about 13 minutes to play in the game. All right, coming out of commercial break here soon. We already have the times for the divisional round games. We don't know exactly who will be playing in each, though. After this one, we'll know the NFC. Yep, just coming back from commercial break. $13:15 to play in the game. This could be a massive drive for the 49ers. Be a massive drive. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. Three receiving options to the left as well. Gonna motion McCaffrey out wide to the right. Purdy looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, call with space up to about the 40 and spinning over to the 41 for Kyle Juszczyk. All right, good start to the drive. Just crossed the 13-minute mark in this game. Purdy in shot. Purdy under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. They toss this right side for McCaffrey, who's going to get to about the 44. All right, 2nd and 7. Ruled out a gain of 3. Purdy under center, back behind him, looking to throw once again. Has some time, pass deep, left side is that picked off again by Mitchell? He's returning this, but he's down by contact if this is picked. They're going to rule it an interception. Now there's a penalty down. There is a penalty, as is being ruled as an interception from Quinyon Mitchell, his 2nd of the night. Is this going to stand? Was looking for Jake Tonjes on an inbreaker. Just did not put enough into that ball. And yeah, that's picked off. It'll be Eagle ball in about their own 38. Assuming this stands, I think it will. It's a weird pass there. That's not the matchup I thought he would be targeting in that situation. And yeah, Eagle ball. Any penalty that was there either was declined or got picked up. I don't see the refs say anything about it. And so 11:55 to play in this game. Quinyon Mitchell with his 2nd interception of the night. Yeah, ball on the Eagles' own 38. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. Hurts going to hand this off left side for Barkley. Has space past the 45 to the 46. So a 2nd and 2 coming up. Yeah, that was not the play for the 49ers to have there. Hurts under center, going to play action and look to throw. Rolling left, buying time, gonna take it himself, and that's a first down, gain of 3. Oh, and they're saying there's a penalty there? Come on. Refs will discuss this. If they say that's unnecessary roughness, that's bull. If they say that's unnecessary roughness, that's bull. Those were not hard hits. Yeah, true. You can't have all great ones. Yeah, those are not hard hits. Yeah, unnecessary roughness against San Francisco. Tack on 15. Now Eagles ball on the 49er 36-yard line. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, and there's space inside the 30 and brought down near the 27. Gonna be a gain of 9. That's bull. All right, 10.5 to go. Second and 1 coming up. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. The handoff to Barkley up the middle going to be enough for the first as he gets to the 21. It's a gain of about 5 or 6. First and 10. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Barkley once again, and that's stuffed at the line for no gain. Man, the 49ers are going to need a turnover of their own here soon. As Barkley a bit slow to get up after that. Oh, yeah, he's just fully down. Yeah, now he's up, walking under his own power. Yeah, he's feeling that left leg, it seems. Gonna have to miss at least a play. Yep, he's off to the sideline, jogging under his own power. That's good to see. Yeah, he gets brought down kind of weird there. Gets slammed into one of his own linemen. All right, 2nd and 9. 9:13 to play in the game. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the 49er 21-yard line. Play clock winding down. Hurts making adjustments. Going to look to throw. Hurts pass deep left side for the end zone is incomplete. Looking for Jahad Dotson. No penalties. Thought it could have been one there. A little bit underthrown. But again, probably fishing for that penalty. The 3rd and 9 coming up. All you have to do is hold him to a field goal. Third and 9. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. They need roughly the 11. Hurts looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle is caught, but brought down at the 15. Not enough for the first. And we'll see what Philly decides to do here. That's Will Shipley on the reception. And it's a 4th and about 4. And out comes Jake Elliott for the field goal try. To put the Eagles back on top, this time by 2. 8:15 to play in the game. Miss, yeah. I mean, he missed the extra point earlier. Otherwise, his game would be tied. This is from 33 and the right hash. Pretty much an extra point. Kick is up. And it is down the middle. There we go. 2-point Eagle lead. With 8 minutes to play exactly. Yeah, there's still plenty of time. There's only a 2-point game, but the 49ers offense gonna need to get something going here. Yeah, no, there's still time in this. Yeah, pretty much. It's just the second half, man. None of these teams get anything going in the second half. I wonder if Kittle was still in, he didn't get hurt. I wonder how different this would be. But even then, like, Purdy's just not really playing well. Yeah, and then they followed it up with an interception. Yeah. They have it's just neither of these. Like, it's like Philly doesn't want to play Chicago again. The 49ers don't want to play Seattle again. They're just like, here, you have it. You have it. All right. Add commercial break still. Yeah, the Seahawkitis. Yeah. All it's gonna take is for the Rams to play Seattle again for that to go away. And then they're just gonna light things up. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 15. Base out past the 20 to the 30 to about the 33. Yeah. The Eagles getting banged up. Jordan Davis was also just shown hobbling to the sideline. All right, 7:55 to play. Purdy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Purdy looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, caught by Juszczyk for a gain of about 5. All right, good start. Just build off of it from there. Second and 5. Purdy and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Has some time, trying to step up, gonna break free. And that's a first down pickup, gain of 5, up to the 44. All right, working well for Brock Purdy. So add commercial break. Not commercial, but yeah. Still just replaying this. Are they checking the spot? Not first and 10, okay. Purdy under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again. Has time, pass right side, going to be caught to the Eagle 40 is Demarcus Robinson on the reception. All right. Just under 6.5 to play. And they're approaching field goal range at this point. Not the greatest of throws, but it works. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. 6 minutes to play in the game. Purdy looking to throw. Pressure comes quick, rolling left. And just going to throw this one away incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Yeah. It is one of those. Second and 10. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on roughly the 40. Man in motion, right to left. Purdy looking to throw. Dump off right side for CMC. Has the blockers, gets inside the 35 and down to about the 30, maybe the 29. First down pickup nonetheless. And so first and 10. Purdy going to hand this off up the middle for CMC. He gets to about the 25, a gain of 4. John Lynch is down on the field for this one. Okay. All right, second and 6. 4:45 to play in the game. They're killing time on this drive. Purdy and shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, trying to dance around in the pocket, and gonna be sacked for a loss of about 3. All right, and now there's a penalty down in the secondary, it seems. Let's see, refs are discussing. It is defensive holding against Philly. Tack on 5 and an automatic first down. Yeah, calling it against Reed Blankenship. All right, so the 49ers now going to be able to kill even more time with this. As soon as this game ends, I'm getting food. Hope we may have enough time to get a proper dinner in. We'll see. All right, Purdy and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. First and 10 from the Philly 20. Handoff to CMC, left side, has space inside the 15 and down to about the 10. First and goal coming up for San Francisco. All right, moving well. Four minutes to play in the game. First and goal from roughly the 10, maybe the 9. It is so weird seeing Juwan Jennings' jersey from the back view, because I'm so used to seeing Jennings in 15 being for Greg Jennings when he was in Minnesota. Purdy looking to throw in first and goal. Has time, pass left side, caught by Kyle Juszczyk inside the 5 to the 4. Yeah. That's most nicknames. It's fun. Especially looking at the history of nicknames. All right, 3:20 to play in the game. How much clock do the 49ers want to run here? That's the question. Purdy in shotgun, back behind him, three receiving options to the left, man in motion, left to right. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. In time. Play action looking to throw. Purdy's pass in the end zone is incomplete. Looking for Juwan Jennings, and it'll be a third and goal coming up. Yeah. That's a nicely placed ball. Jennings, that's a good coverage. Ruben DeJean making a play again. Purdy in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Third and goal from the 4. Man in motion right to left. Purdy looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up. Pass, end zone, touchdown San Francisco. It's Christian McCaffrey, his second of the night. The 49ers retake the lead and are an extra point away from going up 5. With just under 3 minutes to play in this one. So once again, it's down to their defense. Good pocket movement from Brock Purdy as well there. All right, the extra point is no good. He missed the extra point wide left. It remains a 4-point 49er lead. All right, since now both teams have missed an extra point, it's fine. Those cancel out each other. Both teams have now missed an extra point. We're good. It's going to come down to Jalen Hurts. How much confidence do you have in him? I'll say this: they're a field goal away from like being at their average points per game in the second half. Yeah. That's like most of my headphones, even like the earbuds or like the proper over the head headphones. Like I have the one here hanging on my mic. Most of them are wireless now. I'm fine with it. I don't like dealing with cords a lot. All right, 2:54 to play in the game. Kickoff underway. Going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback to begin from the 35. Yeah. I mean, like, I haven't really had an issue with like wireless headsets completely dying on me. And most of my like proper like over the head headphones can still be used with a wire if I need them to. So it's fine. Yeah. Okay, like most of mine are like that, but I also don't really use them for like massive extended periods of times. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, 1st and 10 from their own 35. Right, this is starting to feel like the gotta have it drive for Philly. Hurts looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle is caught by Barkley, and that's a gain of only 2. Good to see Barkley back in though. One more play needed before the 2-minute warning. Hurts in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 3. Dump off left side for Barkley once again. Going to be brought down for a gain of only 2. 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, the battery low stuff always like jump scares me a bit, but it's whatever. Yeah, it is annoying, but you deal with it. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 5. Hurts looking to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle is dropped by A.J. Brown. Oh, it's there. It's not the greatest of throws, but it is there. That's one A.J. Brown needs to catch. Yeah, no, it's a tiny bit too far inside if you want to be really picky with it. But no, that's a ball that A.J. Brown needs to catch. So now the Eagles have a choice here. They're gonna go for it on 4th and 5. They have all 3 timeouts. Hurts in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 40. Hurts looking to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle. It's caught for the 1st and more. Pass midfield to the 49er 45. It's Dallas Goedert on the reception. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning most likely. They're going to try and go hurry up here. And that's the 2-minute warning. 45 yards separate Philly from the lead. And we're heading to a commercial break. Yeah, the Eagles hang on a little bit longer. Manifesting it, yeah. We're at the commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Oh, if Hurts throws a pick 6, I think Philly might be burnt to the ground by their fan base. That would be. All right, we'll see. At commercial break. All right, so at commercial break. Yeah, after the commercials, when the manifestation should start. All right, just coming back from commercial break. "45 yards stands between Philly and the lead." All these games so far have been like actual good games. Even though this one has been a bit boring throughout it, it's still still gonna come down to the very end. Every game so far has been won by the team trailing at the 2-minute warning. Is that gonna continue? Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the San Francisco 45. Hurts looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, caught with space, past the 40 and out of bounds near the 35. As Devontae Smith on the reception, another first down pickup for the Eagles. A minute 53 to play. Yeah, there's still time for a turnover to occur. They still need to find the end zone. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the San Francisco 35. Hurts looking to throw. Pass left side, caught by a wide open Devonta Smith. He's down to the 21. And the clock will continue to roll. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on like the 20.5-yard line. A minute and a half to go in the game. Hurts looking to throw. Has some time. Gonna try and step up, and he's sacked for a loss of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. All right. Yes. It's the Fein and Ingers. And you have to come in. 2nd and 11. Hurts in shotgun. They're not using their timeouts. Back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. A minute to play in the game. They're letting this clock run a lot. Hurts looking to throw. Has some time. Rolling to his right to buy some more. Still looking. And gonna throw this one away incomplete. 3rd and 11. 48 seconds to go. I'm shocked they're not calling timeouts at this stage. I was just gonna be like no time in between games. Are you kidding me? And it might be some, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough to like the meal I was planning to eat. We'll see. Third and 11. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. We have 2 plays to get to the 10-yard line. You can work the entire field. Man in motion, right to left. Play clock winding down to get the snap off as Hurts looks to throw. Pass over the middle. It's high and incomplete. Oh, nearly picked off. Looking for Devonta Smith over the middle. And it's 4th and 11. It goes through his hands and nearly to the 49ers. 4th and 11. This is basically the game. Eagles have all their timeouts still, but this is basically for the game. There's only 43 seconds left. Fourth and 11. They need the 10. Season on the line. Hurts in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. And a timeout will be called by Philly. The Eagles call their first timeout. This is cementing this play as for the game. It would be near impossible for them to get the ball back with any time remaining now. This is cementing this play as for the game with only 43 seconds. If I'm San Francisco right now during this timeout, I'm getting the entire defense around me and saying, if the ball is in the air, bat that down. Either bat it down, or if you can, bat it to the sideline and bat it out of bounds. Do not let this have any chance of being caught if the ball is in your vicinity. If you try for the pick and you bobble it yourself, I'm gonna give the Eagles a chance to tip drill it. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 4th and 11 for the season. Hurts looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is tipped and incomplete. Eric Kendricks. And it's a turnover on downs. The 49ers are 40 seconds away from traveling to Seattle next week for the divisional round. Do that into triple coverage, trying to fit it over the middle. And it seems like the 49ers will hang on. Going for Dallas Goedert. If he throws that ball to the other slot receiver, there might be a chance, but not really anyone's open on that. Eric Kendricks bats it away. We don't have to play the Rams. Not yet, you don't. All right, there's the first kneel down. The Eagles will call their second timeout. So the Rams will travel to Chicago in the divisional round. Going to be a great divisional round. I perfectly predicted the NFC playoff side so far. I perfectly predicted the NFC side of the playoffs. It's the Bills. It's always the Bills. It's always the Bills. Yeah. All right, there's the second kneel down and there's the final timeout. One more will be needed, and I think maybe the Eagles can still get the ball back, but with like no time remaining. Honestly, what the 49ers can do if they are forced to punt here, just have Thomas Morstead dance around in the end zone and then take the safety when no time's remaining. You can do that. All right, there's the kneel down, and is that going to be it? Seems like it will be. The 49ers move on. They win by 4. Now have to play. Now get a rematch with Seattle next week in Seattle. Going to be a good one. Oh yeah, that's a tough one for Philly. It's what cost the Eagles in this game is what has cost them multiple times throughout the season, and that is poor second half performances. Only putting up 6 points in the half is insane, especially when they had great field position multiple times in that half. Yeah. Listen to yeah. We'll see how the NFC plays out next week. We have one more game tonight. I'm gonna try and quickly get some food in before the Chargers take on the Patriots. So I'll be live with that game in roughly, what's that gonna be, like 40 or so minutes, maybe less. We'll see. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And I'll be live once more tonight. See you all there. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.